once you initiate it, the first thing you learn how to do is follow orders and be a follower. I never thought I would kill. I knew I would steal some or sell drugs, or I knew I would do that probably without even thinking. But kill, never thought I would. I remember a time where I had to follow the order of a Don. I was told to frighten him, but at that time I was a young guy and I really didn't know what frighten mean. You know, so I went over there and I had a 30-shot 45 machine gun Thompson, and I introduced it to the Corleones, which, you know, is just something you got to do. That's following. And I didn't back talk. I didn't tell them that, even though it was in my mind that I didn't really want to do it, I didn't tell them that. I couldn't tell them that. I just had to do what I was told to do. After I got so much recognition for being a good follower, naturally I became a leader. So I was able to tell people what to do. And I told them, I said, you know, I just talked to them guys from across the way, and they said they gonna come to the theater whenever they want to. They ain't gonna ask me nothing. This give me a chance to be a big chief, man. I called about 4 or 5 guys that I knew was violent and I knew would take care of it. I told them guys, I said, look, man, I need y'all to go over to the rival. Don't ask them nothing, because they didn't ask me. Kill them. And then come back to the neighborhood and tell all the members, hold a meeting without me, and tell all the members that we at war and they should pack up with their guns and go to the rival hoods at least once a week and kill somebody. When I said it, they went and dressed up with guns and went straight over there. And in about 5 minutes after I said that, people were getting shot, killed, and it established my power too. Most people think that, you know, when you got power like that, it's not a fear. But it is, because the fear lingers. It's a certain way their body feel. You know, I felt that all the time. That's why when I came outside of my door, I looked all around, and in back of me, and in front of me, and both sides of me, all the time, because I always thought that somebody was after me. You know, that something bad could happen. Just because I'm who I am, that don't mean I can't die, because many died before me. It's always fear there. It's fear from the rivals, fear from the members, fear from higher leaders, fear from the police, fear from prison, fear from death. You know, it's always there. I think I got into drugs because of the fear. When I was high, I can get away from that fear. Because the wrong thing always end up just what it is, wrong. It go good for a while. You know, probably gooder than you ever even imagined it would be. But then it just caves in on you. Everything is just like everybody. And when you're doing crime, when things start going bad, it get worse. Until you have no more control over your life. If it's by death, prison, whatever the situation is, it just get worse and worse. I was really tired of going in and out of prison. Because, like I said, I never stayed out for longer than 2 years. So I never really had nothing. Even though I had everything, I never really had nothing I could keep. That I could say it's really mine. I had this for 10 years. I couldn't say none of that. You know, and I definitely couldn't say that I had the only thing that really mattered was the Lord on my side, because I didn't. Even though he was on my side, I knew he was, because there's a lot of times that I shouldn't have been here. And I know it wasn't nobody but God who saved me, because he's the only one that saves. Even the wrongdoers he saved. I came out of prison with nothing. I had a prison uniform. That's all I had. I had nowhere to go. Because mind you that, you know, my people, my family members, they not like me. They worked all their life. And they didn't want me to come live with them, because they knew, not they thought, they knew if I would have came live there, some of them bad people that I messed with would have sooner or later been knocking at their door. So I didn't have nobody to go to, nowhere to turn. So when I picked Jesus, he was my comforter. And I got the comfort from reading the word. And it was enough for me, even though it hurted, because I was homeless. I had no car, I had no clothes, I had no crib to go to. I had a shelter. And that's it. It hurted, man. I mean, man, I could feel that hurt telling you this right now. It's enough hurt to make a real man cry. This is the cost of riding with Jesus, because you can't take that with you when you're with Jesus. You got to leave all that stuff there, because Jesus demands obedience too. So I guess I had to be, like the words say, born again. And it hurted, man. I guess I took one for Christ that time, or took one for my sake in the name of Christ. You know, because, man, I think I was on the street maybe 2-3 years, man. The only comfort I had was Christ. Now, Jesus, on the other hand, it's, even though you have to be a follower and you have to do what Jesus say, you don't have to worry about, if I do this, I might die. Or if I do that, man, such and such might tell on me and the nation might get me. Or if I go over there, man, my rivals might kill me. See, with Jesus, you don't have to worry about that. So that was an easy pick. You know, being young, I just didn't realize it was that easy. Because if I'd have realized it was that easy, I never would have even went to prison. I never even would have knew GDs. I probably would have been the dude in the neighborhood that everybody say, oh man, he a punk, he a square. That's probably would have been me. If I would have realized that. Because, I've been out for 12 years, never been out this long. Only because I believe in the Lord and I want to do the right thing. Now that I've been out now, I've been into the Lord, not like I should, but I don't do a lot of the things that I used to do. And that's a big improvement for me. You know, I don't steal, I don't kill, I really don't even think about doing that no more. Like I said, I've been out 12 years now, and I ain't saying everything is great, but the tension and the fear, it don't linger over me. You know, when I come outside now, I look straight forward. I don't have to look around, because I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no enemies. You know, no, I ain't rich, or I ain't had nothing like what I used to have, but I got peace. You know, everything that I do, it got good, peaceful results. You know, and that's the best thing a man can have. For real, you know. Oh yeah, the verse that stuck with me the most is Matthew 16:24. It says, then Jesus said to his disciples, if anyone wants to come to me, he must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. My bad habit was the GDs, and I denied them. I didn't go that way no more.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm following him. I ain't say I was perfect in following him, but that's what my life is mostly geared on, following the Lord. And it's beautiful. It's way more calmer and peaceful. And I don't worry as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you got the Lord on your side, man, who can be against you?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.